Good morning, everybody. This is Learn with Tisu, and today we are going to talk about the layers of Adobe Photoshop. So let's get started. So, layers. What are layers of Photoshop? Layers are different layers of a Photoshop or PSD document. It is used mainly for editing layers, just like a wedding cake where you have layers. The layers basically work just like a cake with layers. We can edit a specific layer without affecting another layer using these layers. This is very helpful when editing an image or formatting an image. So then let's learn about layers by going to photo. This is the welcome screen as I talked in the previous video. If you want to watch my previous video, the link is in the description. So as usual, I'm going to open an image. I will take this horse image. So when you open an image, specific image, you can see in the right side there's layers with this tab with two other tabs named channels and paths. In layers we have the layer which we are in, which is called the background. So first we should just to edit, we need to uh, turn this background into a layer. So then just right click the background, then select this layer from background option and type a name. I'm going to just put layer 0 and OK. So it's converted to a layer now. So as yesterday's video, next I'm going to add if we tell a type, a sentence named my horse, and increase the size. Okay, so then I just typed it. Then we need to click right button to deselect this. Now we have my house. When you see the layers tab, you can see there's a new layer added called my horse. So then the layer, then there's now two layers, layer 0 and my horse. If I add another layer, if we want to add another layer, we can just type, or we can select from here the add layer option. In the layers, there's a plus mark, that's the add layer option, create a new layer. So if we add, then there's a new layer. So if I draw a shape, for an example, I will draw from the custom shape tool, I will draw panther. I'm going to select the color as a more of a light blue, like a turquoise more color, and draw. So I'm going to drag it over here. Panther. So there's now the tiger or the panther is in the layer. So it's renamed as tiger 1 because we drew a shape of a tiger. So it's renamed as tiger 1. So for an example, if we want to add, if we want to take another image and take the character of it to here, let's select this earth image. Now let's select, this is also a layer, we can use the magnetic lasso tool and just select only the earth part. So we are going to select this from the magnetic lasso tool, select the only earth part. from this image. Okay, so then we only selected the earth. So then we can right click it and then layer via copy. Then we can use the move tool and direct the copied earth to here. So now then we can resize it using Ctrl plus T. Press Ctrl plus T and then resize it just like this. Okay, now we have 4 layers. Let me close this. Then we have 4 layers: Tiger 1, my horse, layer 1 and layer 0. In this layer 1 the earth is present. So then we can edit these layers. So if I select the layer 1 and erase, take the erase tool and erase it, we can see only the earth is being erased. Any other part, just like the panther, the horse or the text, is not being erased. So it's also works for the other tools also. So if we take for an example, the burn tool, then we need to select the layer. Now I have selected the layer 1, the earth, so it only darkens. Any other layer doesn't darken. If I select layer 0, then the earth will not get darkened, only the background, just like this goes, will be darker. If I select the tiger and use the smudge tool, or if I select the layer 1 and select the smudge tool, you see only the layer 1 is being smudged. So it works for every other tool. Then we can just select this and then here brush to the clone stamp tool. Everything is been here. Then we can you see here there's normal, where you can select a number of color patterns or options. We can darken or lighten or put a pattern or just put light, dark, lighten, screen, any of these options and just lighten the image. So if you put screen option, you can see the tiger. Yeah, I select the tiger and put the screen option. You can see the tiger is transparent, fully translucent. So if I put layer 0 or the layer 1, the earth, and put vivid light, you can see if I scroll from here, you can see the earth's color is changing. So if I put darken, it's been darkened. Multiply, it's been somewhat of a shade. A color burn, which is fully just like the burn tool. Then linear burn, which is more darker. Then darker color, just like the normal. The lighten, which is very lighten, just appears like pink color. Then screen, just like translucent. Color dodge, linear dodge, lighter color. Overlay, soft light, hard light, any of these options will make it. So then I'm going to choose this linear light and you see very beautiful, and I'm going to put on top of this horse, on top of the head. Then let's talk about these options. We have this option where you can select any color. For example, we can select the layer 1 and then get this, and we can select black and white, as you see here, black and white, to make this whole picture black and white. So these shades and the my horse doesn't get black because the black and white layer is on top of layer 0 and layer 1 only. So if I move the black and white layer more up, just like this, then my horse also becomes black and white. So if I move about the tiger also, then tiger also become black and white. So just like that, the most top layer is above all the layers. Just like that. If we just delete it, we can delete it from the option here. Delete. Then all becomes back to normal. So if I put my horse on top of tiger, you can see it is on top of the tiger. If I put the tiger on top of my horse, the tiger appears first and then the my horse text appears behind the tiger. It works just like that. That's the basic idea. Then let's from this we can see what's the basic function of layers. So I need to give you one more thing, which is the filter tab. This filter, we can just put the whole image into one piece of filter. So to do that, just put filter, go to the filter tab. We have filter gallery. Then we have this. We can select a layer. So if we want, we will just select the bottommost layer, which is the background. Then the filter gallery. Then we can see here we can choose any. So if we go to the artistic folder, we can see colored pencil, which is more like a drawing with a pencil. So here's cutout. This is actually pretty nice, just like a watercolor drawing. Then dry brush is here, which is also just like a drawing but more like a painting. Then film grain is there, fresco, which is more like darkened, neon glow, which is just like night vision. Then paint daubs, which is more like blur. Then palette knife, that's also more blur. The plastic wrap, just like a plastic wrap, fully covered the environment. Then a poster edges, just like a poster. Rough pastels, just like painted with a pastel. Then smudge stick, which is just like sponge. Then sponge, just like painted with a sponge. Underpainting, which is just like a painting underneath. Then watercolor painting, which is just exact same of a painting. So from we can select the brush strokes folder and get accented edges, angle strokes, crosshatch, dark strokes, ink outlines. We can select outlines from this, and then spatter, sprayed strokes, sumi, whatever that is. Then distort, which is diffuse glow, which is pretty nice actually. Then glass, which is just like a dust. Ocean ripple, which of course kind of ugly. Then bars relief, these are just sketches. That's what the folder says, sketches. Tone edges, water paper. Then we have the stylus with glowing edges, which is just like a drawing drawn on a black piece of paper. Then we can use texture, which have craquelure, which is whatever that is. Then grain, mosaic tiles, patchwork, which is just like a cloth. Then stained glass, which is you can see what is that. Then texturizer. So for now, I'm going to select from artistic the dry brush. So I'm gonna keep dry brush and put OK. So it's fully converted to a dry brush painting, as you can see. Then that's it we have for today. Please, thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel, like and share my video, and to share your knowledge with others. Thank you, and please subscribe. See you in the next video.